Hello, everyone. My name is Darren Montgomery, and I'm the digital marketing specialist here at Signia. I'm sort of proud to introduce our new e-com platform to you, which is called MySignia. Here on the MySignia site, you'll be able to do a lot of different things for your clinic. So you'll be able to place new hearing aid orders. You'll be able to check on your order history. With the order history portion, you'll be able to check whether you've done it online, emailed, called in, or even faxed us. So there's a lot of transparency there for you. You'll also be given tracking information for all of your orders as well. So the transparency from when you place an order to when you receive the order is much greater than it was, say, yesterday. You'll also be able to check your invoices, look at your statements, and even make a payment online with us. So I will go ahead now and actually share my screen, and we can start from the starting point for where you will start once you have been registered with MySignia. So you'll be getting two emails when you create an account here, as well as if you set up your clinicians or other employees in your clinic, they will also receive two emails. The first email here is just letting you know that you have been linked to a MySignia account. So what this is doing is it's just linking your email address with a specific account number. If you have more than one clinic, then you'll have other ship tos, as we call them, and you may get more than one email. So it's just letting you know that your account can access more than one account here. The second email is the email we want to pay attention to. This one is the actual welcome to MySignia email. So here it's saying thank you for registering with us. And if you want to set a password, please click on this link. The username that is going to be linked with your account is this email address. So in this case, it is darren.montgomery@wsa.com. And as well as it just gives you a rundown on what you can do when you've registered with MySignia. So we'll go ahead here and please click on this link. And it's going to take us to MySignia, and it's going to invite us to set a password for the first time. Here, I will type in a password. It likes this one. It says it's strong. um, the requirements for the password are a capital letter, a number, and a special character. So such as an exclamation point or an at symbol or a pound sign, money sign, etc. So it does require a few requirements here. So once that is good and you're ready to go, just go ahead and click on set a new password. So we have set that password. So now we want to log in with that email address and then type in that password that you just set here. Now, I just want to make note that the buttons on the right-hand side here, the activate your account and register with Savantos, we can ignore those because you've already contacted us to get registered, and that is all you need to do. So type in the email and type in the password, and then go ahead and click on sign in. And if your browser invites you to save the password, it's up to you with your comfort level, but if you want, go ahead and click on save. Okay, so the first thing that you see here is a pop-up. So this pop-up is showing you your ship to addresses. So in this case, I only own one clinic, so it's only showing me one. If you have access to or have more than one clinic, then you will have multiple options here. As well as if you have multiple clinics and multiple employees, obviously, you can give them access to either all ship tos or only one ship to. So you have complete control on what you want. So because I only have one, I will go ahead here and click on next. Then we want to choose which price list you are going to order under. So for those people in Ontario, are you calling in for a WSIB patient? For those people out west, say in BC, are you calling in for a WorkSafe BC patient? So here we want to select the price list that is going to work for that order. Um, So since this is my account, I do see all price lists that we have in our system. But if you notice that you don't have a price list that you want to order, simply just either call us or let me know, and we can get it added to your account. Sometimes if you're a, say, Ontario clinic and you have a patient that has recently relocated from Manitoba and bought the aids in Manitoba, and you may not have access to a Manitoba generally centric um, price list. So we can definitely add it to you. We're trying to kind of reduce the clutter and just keep it for if you're in Ontario, just show the Ontario price list here. So I'll just choose one of these private pays and I will go ahead and click on apply. So as you can see here, the site is kind of thinking, and what that's doing is recalculating the site. So it's putting in the hearing aids and the products that are accessible to that price list, as well as it's repricing the entire site. If you need to change or ship to, you can go ahead and click on this red change, and again, it just brings up the same screen. And in the event that you're, say, placing multiple orders on the site, so you're placing one for private pay and then one for, say, DVA or FHP, we can go ahead and click on this change after we're done with the private pay. And then you want to make sure you change the price list for, say, a FHP or DVA uh, order. So then we can go ahead and click on apply. And again, you can see that it is now repricing and recalculating the site. So I'm going to leave it here on FHP and DVA because it's applicable to most of you. The main navigation is over here. It is super simple. There's only three options. So the first one here is the hearing devices. So here on we have the RIC products, and then we have the BTE products, the ready to wear or the instant fits, which would be our silks. And then we have our custom products, which is our INCIO. The next menu here is the My Orders. So under here, we have our My Orders history and then the saved draft orders. I will go into a bit more detail when we get to the saved draft order portion. And last, we have the warranty lookup. So here we're going to be able to type in a serial number and look up the information that is tied to it, such as the warranty information and L&D to see if it's in warranty or out of warranty, and if it's eligible or ineligible for an L&D claim. So without further ado, let's order a hearing aid. I'm going to choose a Pure Charge and Go X. And then here's where we're going to select the technology. So as you can see, there's only two technologies available, and that's because that is what is only offered on FHP or DVA. So just to demonstrate, you can change the price list at any time. I'm going to choose a private pay and hit apply. And you can see again, the wheel is spinning. And now we have our list price shown here, and we have all of the products available. So the price list and the products shown are the same, and that is because we don't want to have incorrect products ordered, and then the tender may not reimburse one of the parties. So we're just trying to keep it aligned here. So again, I've gone back to the DVA FHP tender, and we're going to go ahead and order a 7 series. So to actually get into the hearing aid, you can click the image, the black text, which goes red when you hover over it, or you can click on the red button. I'm going to click on the image because it's a bit bigger of a target. So the first thing we want to choose is it a binaural or a monaural order? So if you choose the right side, you can see that the left receiver is not selected, and if you choose the left, the right receiver is not selected. For this demonstration, I'm just going to order a binaural. Then we're invited to choose the color. The picture on the left-hand side here does change with the selection, which is kind of handy and a nice confirmation of what you've chosen. The next selection is the right receiver. I just want to make it known that the right receiver is on the left side of the screen. The thought process here is that uh, clinicians may be prescribing the hearing aid in front of the patient. So if you're looking at the left side of their face, it's actually their right ear. So we just wanted to keep it in line with where you're looking. So it's just a drop down and it goes by side, length, and then power. And you can mix and match the receivers in case you do have someone who doesn't have symmetrical ears, or if the powers in one aid aren't the same as the other. It's totally up to you. Now, because this is a pure charge and go, it's a lithium ion product, which means it needs a charger to be functional. We can see here that the charger is checked off and we're receiving a inductive charger too at $0, which is included with all of our hearing aids here. We are then invited here to type in a patient reference. So this would be the patient name. So I'm going to go ahead and just type in my name here. The default warranty is shown here on the right-hand side. This is going to vary based on price list and business terms, etc. So in this case, FHP does allow a 3-year, 36 months default warranty. So if this is okay, we can go ahead and click on Add to Cart. But if your patient does need an ear mold, we can go ahead and do that here. So we'll just click this checkbox, and then this Add to Cart button changes to Configure Items. And when we click on that, it's just going to scroll us down the screen a little bit, and it's going to invite us to fill out the ear mold. Now, this should look familiar to you guys. It is the same as what our ear mold order form looks like. So if hopefully this looks similar to you. Now, if both ears are the exact same, we can go ahead and click on this Copy to Left button. It's just going to say, are you sure you want to copy? And you can click on OK. And it's going to put it on the left-hand side. Now, any further changes that you have made from, say, that click of that button, it will not be transferred over. So just make sure that if they are the same, fully complete one side and then copy it over, or do them independently, whatever is easier for you. Now, for the ease of this demonstration, I'm just going to uncheck Add Ear Mold, which then I'm just going to add the hearing aids themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Add to Cart. Now, once you click on Add to Cart, just wait a minute. It's going to refresh the screen. It's going to give you a success message saying you have added Pure Charge and Go 7s to your cart. It's taking you to your cart page, and now it's going to give you a pop-up here. Now, this pop-up is going to invite you to choose your consumable items as well as the any included accessories um, that you may have, and it's again based on price list. So because I have ordered a Pure Charge and Go, that is a RIC product, which means we need the domes and or sleeves for that product. Now, if you were to order a PTE, you would be shown tubes, tips, ear hooks, that type of thing. So up here is our domes and click sleeve selection. Number remaining is 6. So what that is saying is that generally, if you call us a customer service, we will give you a pack of domes and or sleeves per side of hearing aid. So if your patient isn't too sure if they're going to like domes or sleeves, we definitely allow you to order, say, 2 sets per side of a binaural order. So in this case, I'll change the quantity to 2. And then we're also going to try a click sleeve with this patient. Um, and maybe we just want to try 1 pack for now, so I can leave it as 1. If you want to change it to 2, definitely okay with that. So then again, the counter went from 6 to 2. Now the next selection here is the accessories. So this again is in line with the price list rules or the tender rules. In this case, FHP looks like it's allowing included premiums. We can select 2, and the standard is down here at 2. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Streamline Mic. And I'm also going to select a Streamline TV. Now, just to keep in mind, the 0, and so it has a 1 here and a 2 here. So I can go ahead and click on the Streamline TV, and it looks like the standard accessories went down to one. So FHP only allows three accessories total. So I'm going to choose a mini pocket as well. And now you can see the counter went down to 0 and this checkbox is now not selectable. And if we scroll up, the counter again is 0. So if we're happy with the selection, we can go ahead and click on Add to Cart. Just give it a second here to add everything to the cart. And at this point, I would invite everyone to review the order just to make sure everything has been added correctly. So on the left-hand side, we have our pure Charge and Go 7Xs. The patient reference or patient name is Darren Montgomery, so that is good. It has been added. Then we have the two hearing aids, the deep brown. We have a right and left receiver, and the inductive charger is included, all at $0. As well as we have the domes and sleeves here at $0, and then the three accessories, the streamlined mic, TV, and mini pocket. So if that looks okay, then we can go ahead and click on this checkout button here. Um, there's also this button here that is save order as draft. So one example I like to give is, let's say you're reviewing this order and you've ordered, say, a deep brown, and maybe after you've come to the screen, you've thought about a conversation you had with the patient, and maybe they weren't too sure on if they wanted deep brown or dark champagne or something like that. Um, Here, if you wanted to confirm with the customer, you could go ahead and do that. So here, as an example, we can click on Save Order as Draft, and then just give yourself a little note. So want to confirm color with Darren before ordering. And now this would give you a bit of a breadcrumb trail, so that when you go ahead and call that customer, maybe you can't reach them right away, you're going to want to save this order, finally get in touch with them, make the confirmation, and then come back here. Another good tip is that if you have multiple people ordering in your clinic, you may want to, add a dash here and then the person's initials. That way, if there's ever a case, there's two Darrens spelt like that, you'll know which one is your patient. So we'll go ahead here and click on Save Order as Draft. And now you haven't wasted your time, especially if you've added an ear mold and you've made all of um, those selections. We just don't want to have you waste your time. So let's say you made that order yesterday, and today you have the confirmation that they wanted that deep brown, and you have logged into the system, and now you're on this home page. We're going to navigate to My Orders, and then Saved Draft Orders. And then here, there are a couple orders. So this is the one that I want. So patient name is Darren Montgomery. Want to confirm color and DM. So that is my order. Now to get back into the order, we want to just click on Edit. Once we click on Edit, it will bring us back to that cart summary page. And if deep brown is what we wanted, then we can just simply click on Checkout. If you did have to edit the order for whatever reason, you can just click on this edit button here, and it'll take you back to that hearing aid where you can select the color and then change the receivers. Whatever you need to change is now available to you. So I'm going to click on Checkout here. This next screen is just confirming the shipping address as well as confirming the shipping price. So some price lists do charge shipping, others may not. If there is a charge or is not a charge, it will be indicated here by the standard rate. And if you, again, just want to have a quick check on your order summary, it is here, but it is the same as the previous page that we just went to. So if this looks all okay, we will just go ahead here and click on Next. And now this is the last step of the order. Now there are potentially some mandatory fields here or optional. In this case, this one here is indicating, this asterisk here is indicating that this field is required. So this third-party approval number, this field can be called multiple things. So third-party approval number, or it could be a PO number, a patient number, or a claim number. It really just depends on what tender or third-party calls their sort of required number. So in this case, this is an FHP or DVA, and it does have a specific format. So if you can see it here, it's the at symbol, which is indicating a character is required or a letter, and then followed by number signs. So in this case, I believe it's a capital K or an R, and then the numbers to actually get it approved. If if you are ordering, say, under private pay, this is not required, so you don't need to fill anything in there. Now, the next fields on the screen here, they are completely optional. I'm just going to let you know what they could be used for. And if you want to use them for that way, it's, again, totally up to you. This fit by name, so this one can be used in clinics that say have multiple audiologists. So in this case, I'm gonna fit myself, but I'm typing my name in here as, say, the HIS or audiologist. Um, so if there was, say, an issue with the order, you would know who this patient belongs to kind of right away. Again, it's just a bit of a digital breadcrumb trail. This company approval number, again, this is optional. So the little helper text here says that this could be your own internal PO number or other number. So some clinics do have their own ordering system, and we just wanted to give them a spot to type in that number. The contact information, um, one example I give for this one is if the audiologist is prescribing the hearing aid to the patient, that's where their name goes in fit by name. And if someone else is ordering on behalf of that audiologist, then perhaps their name can go in this contact information page. Again, that way you've just extended that breadcrumb trail a little bit further if there is to be an issue. Phone number, again, totally optional because we have your information already. Typing in that phone number is not exactly required. This comment section, this comment section does print on invoice, so just be mindful of, I guess, what you type here. Some examples would be fit date of Feb 1st. So when you get this product in ahead of time, when you open up the box and you open up the invoice, you'll see now a note for yourself that says, fit date of February 1st, and then you can set this aside to let you know when the fit date is. On the right-hand side, again, you have that order summary that has been expanded, and the ship to information is on the far right-hand side. Now, this payment information, this charge to account, this is the same as you just call it in today. You just simply place the order and it gets added to your account with us, and then payments are made, on statements at the end of the month. So here, if we are okay with this, we can just simply click on place order. So once you have printed or placed the order, an order confirmation page does appear. It says your order has been received. Thank you very much. Your order number is this 3000 number. And then there are two buttons. So the first one here is this print order confirmation. I'll just go ahead and click on it. It's just printing off basically the order itself, and it's inviting you to choose that. Now, this will be useful for you guys when you are placing either an ear mold order, a custom order for like an INCIO. This now becomes that order form. So instead of checking off everything with a pen and stuff like that in the box, you'll now do it digitally, get to this screen, print it off, and put that in the box with the impression or mold, and send that in to us as well. Now, in the event that you don't want to say print it off, or if you have an issue with printing it off, you can just give us this order number with the mold, and then we can link the two together. It is always better to include this page, but at a very least, just include this 3000 number, and we can do the rest from there. Um, Now, just a note is that if you need to edit the order or cancel the order, change the order, whatever, you will have to call us. There is no ability at the moment to do any changes here. So basically, if you realize you have an issue with the order, please call us right away so that we can get to it before it ships. Now, the next button here is this hyperlink on this 3000 number. So if we go ahead and click on this, it will bring us to a order history tab, or the My Orders tab, and it will give us some information. So on the left-hand side, you can see our order number is that 3000 number. The sold to and shipped to are the same for me. The price list is that FHP. The third-party approval number is that K number. Patient number and fit by name or name rather, and then the comment is also here. So then if we scroll down a little bit further, again, you can see everything that has been added to the order, which is great. Okay, so the next screen we're going to go to is the My Orders section, and go ahead and click on My Orders. So here, this is the My Orders screen. So um, if you guys call in, email, fax, or do it online, all of the orders will be here. I'm just showing you my test account, or my main account with the office. So only I have 3 orders here. Um, so not too much history, but for those with larger clinics, you will see a lot of orders here. Now you can narrow your search. Um, let's say you just know, say, the first 3 letters of that patient name, and you need to find it. Um, we can go ahead and click or type in, like, say, MON to find my last name, and go ahead and click on search, and it will find, say, the patient name, which is down here. And then we can also do the start and end date. If you just knew that the order was, say, between January and February of a certain year, you can go ahead and add that date range, and you'll be able to find it as well. Now, again, for those clinics with multiple ship tos, we can click this drop down here, and all of your ship to addresses will be here. So if you want to narrow your search just by a specific clinic, you can do that here as well. So to view more information or to print the order, we just click these buttons. So again, this is going to appear the same um, as the screen we just looked at. But again, if you wanted to just view or look at the um, order status, it would be here. So in the event that this order has shipped, this in process will change to the word shipped. Here is going to be an order shipment button. So we go ahead and click on that, and inside that will be the tracking number as well. And then down here, it will show the quantity as ordered, invoiced, and shipped. And in this case, it would say ordered to, invoiced to, and shipped to. Now, the next section and the last section of the main navigation here is this warranty lookup. So here you have to type in a serial number. I have one saved in the browser, so I'm just going to select it. But for you, you will have to type it in. Does not sort of keep track of the serials that you have with your clinic. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on search. Now you are able to type in any serial number. So in the event that a patient, again using this Manitoba to Ontario scenario, if you do have someone who ordered or got a hearing aid in Manitoba and has since moved to Ontario and is now coming to your clinic for service, you will be able to search their serial number and see if it is either in warranty or out of warranty with us here. So the information that is given here is the patient name, the serial number, and then the warranty information is here. So just scroll down. Sorry about that. So in this case, uh, this serial number in this hearing aid is out of warranty. It expired on November 30th, 2020, so a couple months ago. Um, if this was in warranty, it would say in warranty and expires on, and then gives you the date. And then further down, we do have the L&D expiration date, and then the eligibility. So in this case, it's not eligible. It says that, and then expired on, and again the same date. And if it was eligible, it would say eligible, and then expires on. In this case, November 30th, 2020. It also shows the type of product. In this case, it is a Celion Primex. So this is sort of the front of the site that I like to call it. And I would say for everyone who isn't a manager, this is likely uh, the screens and the navigation that you will see. The next section I find is more dedicated towards owners or business managers and those employees who have more permissions to see, I guess, more sensitive information with the clinic. So if you don't want some customer or some employees to have access to this information that I'm about to show, it's totally customizable, and you can, say, protect your business information from your employees. So up the top here, this top right section is this My Store, and that is what is showing this hearing devices, My Orders, and Warranty Lookup. If you click on My Services, we can see that this navigation over here has changed to these two. So it opens up the My Invoices and Statements and the My Account. Now, just to my further point on if you want some or some employees to see this information, let's say you have someone who can view My Invoices, then you can just enable just the My Invoice tab here. So if they were to hover over top of it, it would just say My Invoices, and it wouldn't show Make a Payment, My Payments, or My Statements. So again, it's totally how up to you with how you want to customize it. And I definitely recommend that you guys do come in here and customize it, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and click on My Invoices here. Now, again, because this is a test account, I don't have any, say, open invoices, but you guys will. So just to show you what an invoice looks like, I'm just going to change it to all, which is going to show all open and closed invoices. Now over here is the download PDF button. So we can go ahead and click on download, and it's going to bring up the invoice. So this invoice is the same one that gets shipped in the box. So if you guys lose it, or if you just need to get a reprint or a copy, let's say for accounting or reconciling purposes, now you can do this online yourselves and whenever you want. So you're not, say, waiting for us to mail or email you a copy of the invoice. So again, it's just all standard here. Looks the same as the standard invoice as well. You can see here there's a negative number, which means it's credit. So again, credits and the regular invoices do show here. Now the next section is the My Statements. So here is the statement history. It goes back to, I believe, September for those customers who have done business with us since September. Um, it will show the history, and this is uploaded about within the first 5 days or so of a new month. So we have December's statement here as well, and for this case, my November's statement. So we can come over here and click on Download PDF, and it's going to show us this statement of account. So I believe this will look familiar to all of you. Um, if you do have discounts with us on statement, there's going to be an additional download PDF, and in that download PDF, it will be that document that finance sends you, which I believe is the discount statement, and it shows you, say, the list price that you paid, and then the discount, and then the net price that you will be paying. The next section here is the Make a Payment. So here I don't have any invoices or statements to pay, but if you did, you would have the option to pay the statement here. So we would invite you to click on My Payment here to set up a credit card. And when you add in your information, it is stored with Moneris CyberSource. So we don't keep your information. The credit card information is stored with Moneris. For those of you who may not know it, it is the provider for the terminal machines in stores. Um, so they store the information with all of their security protocols, and we just have access to, say, that token. So you can keep your credit card information saved here, or you can delete it every time you want to pay us, or you can just call us in. Whatever you guys are comfortable with is fine. We just wanted to give those people who wanted the option to pay online to pay online. And then to look at your previous payment history, it will show up in this screen here. Again, unfortunately, I haven't made any payments here, but it will show here as well, which again you can reconcile um, whenever you need to. The next section here is the My Account. Now, again, this is where I am going to recommend that the owners or business managers and those people of similar authority will come here and set up the roles and then their company users, meaning your other employees. So the first thing we want to do is go to this roles and permissions. Now you can add a new role if you don't like any of, say, the 7 that I have that we have sort of given you guys out of the box, let's say. Um, so the first one that I want to bring attention to is this default user. So this default user is the default role that is selected when you are creating a new user. So just to sort of protect owners, I like to say, please edit this default user role because out of the box, it is given full permissions. Now, we'll scroll down here in a second just to show you what is uh, what is given to this default user. So we scroll down, you can see everything is checked off. So I'm just going to scroll back up to the top, and then to kind of start from a blank slate, I'm just going to uncheck all. So the role I'm going to describe here is someone who can today they can call Signia customer service, place an order with us, call back and ask for information, and they can view the invoice when it comes into the clinic. So when they open up the box, the invoice is there, as well as they can view pricing of hearing aids. So um, the price of a hearing aid online is not the statement price. So I just want to be clear with that. It's the invoice price. So if you have invoice discounts, then here you may not want to allow your employees to view that price. But if that's not an issue, then go ahead and allow that. But just know that if your discounts are only on statement, then viewing price would be the same thing as today. They see it in the price guide when they call us. They see it on the third-party tenders as well when we email those out. So with that in mind, I will allow, say, my employee to check out. So that's the same thing as calling in. We're going to view orders, which is that order history page. So again, you can see tracking information and other information on there as well. I'm going to allow them to view invoices. So that would be the same thing as opening up the box and pulling out the invoice piece of paper. And I'm going to allow them to view price. So I'm not going to allow them to make a payment on my behalf because I would like only myself or other um, employees with authority to do that. Um, we don't use this quotes capability here, so we can just ignore that. The company profile, we don't want to edit that as well. And the company user management, um, I'm going to say that only those like an owner or business manager should be creating new users for the clinic. But again, totally up to you. If you want your users to add more people, then that's fine. If you do want to allow people to add other people, they can only add the same um, role as them. So you can't have a default user, such as like a receptionist or someone like that, to create a business admin. That's not possible. So again, we have limited the risk to everyone. I don't want them to have access to my company credit card, and I don't want them to have access to my statements because, again, I may want to hide the true cost of a hearing aid or for whatever reason that you guys have. So if that's okay, we can go ahead and click on save. And I invite you to just go through a couple of these such as business administrator. And again, you create a new role if you want to have someone who is just in between a business admin and a default user. You guys would totally have that power to do that. So next, this is where we're going to add company users. So as an owner, I will set you up based on the information you give me. And then from here on out, I invite you guys to add users how you want and set them up how you want. So I'm just going to scroll down. I do have quite a few people added here. I'm going to go ahead and click on create new user, and we'll type in the job title. So in this case, I work in marketing. As mentioned here, again, I haven't selected anything yet. The default selection for this user role is that default user. So if we click the drop down, now we can see that business admin or administrator, no price, etc. So I'm just going to leave it as default user. And then we just type in the name of the person. In this case, I've already used this email address once, so I can't use it again. It's just going to throw you an error. And then I'm selecting active. And then we want to choose the ship tos. So in the event you have multiple ship tos, and you want to either add only one or all, or just cherry pick the ones that this employee is going to be at, we can just click on that. So it's going to be highlighted in blue. Now, if you want to select more than that, you want to hold the control button on your keyboard and then click on those locations. Again, the little helper text does indicate that. So if once that looks okay, the next thing to do is just simply click on save. And I'm just going to edit this just to show you what happens. And then clicking on save. So it should give you a success message saying that you have created this user. Yep, so this user was successfully created. Um, and now doing kind of a full circle, it's going to come back to the two emails that have been sent. So they'll be getting this email here that's saying they have been linked to your account. And then they will also be given this welcome to MySignia um, email, in which case they are invited to set their password. Now this link here, when they click it, it does expire, I believe, after 12 or 24 hours. So as soon as you click on that save, if you could just send them an email saying, hey, please set it up. In the event that they don't do that, all they have to do is I'm going to click on sign out here and I'll just show you. So they'll come to the site. They will just click on forget password and then follow the steps here. Super simple. And if that doesn't work, then just call us or talk to me, email me, whatever is easier for you, and we'll get them set up. Um, and that's pretty much it. So at this point, I want to thank everyone for watching this webinar. If you have additional questions, please definitely ask me or call customer service, and they'll be able to help you out. Um, if you run into any issues, or if you see something that would be nice to add, any feedback, comments, I would love to hear them. And if I can, I will implement any of those ideas or changes to make your experience better. So with that, I will say goodbye. And again, thank you for attending.